The elevator ride is 15 seconds. That's it. 15 seconds of nothing. You don't think about it. Your hand just goes. The screen wakes up. The scroll begins. The coffee line is 2 minutes long. The red light holds you for 45 seconds. You're sitting in the bathroom. In every single gap, every crack of silence your day produces, there is a screen. There is content. There is noise. We cannot stand 10 seconds of nothing. We have forgotten how to be alone with ourselves. Boredom is dead. And the corporations that killed it, they didn't do it by accident. Because when they killed boredom, they killed something else. They killed your ability to think. Here's what boredom actually is. It is not wasted time. It is not laziness. It is not the absence of something. When you stare at a wall, when you walk without a destination and let your mind wander, your brain does not shut down. It powers up. Scientists call it the default mode network, the DMN. It is the brain's background operating system, and it only runs when the foreground goes quiet. This is where your brain processes the day's raw material, not just stores it, processes it. It finds the hidden pattern between the thing you read at 8 a.m. and the problem you've been stuck on for 3 months. It builds bridges between ideas that have no business being connected. It produces the thought that stops you cold in the shower. Newton didn't discover gravity at his desk, grinding through calculations. He was sitting under a tree. Einstein developed the theory of relativity on long, silent walks. Tesla described his breakthrough visions as arriving fully formed during moments of stillness. The idea does not arrive while you consume information. It arrives after, when the information sits quietly in the dark and ferments, when the boredom gives it room to breathe. That space has been stolen from you. The attention industry figured out the equation a long time ago. If you get bored, you start thinking. If you start thinking, you close the app. If you close the app, they lose money. So they built TikTok. They built shorts and reels and infinite scroll. Not to entertain you, to fill you, to plug every single micro gap in your day with a micro hit of dopamine. The gap on the elevator? Filled. The line at the coffee shop? Filled. The 30 seconds before sleep? Filled. The result is a fog, brain fog, a low chronic anxiety that never fully resolves because your mind never fully rests. You consume terabytes of content every week, and you cannot name a single thing you watched 2 hours ago. You can feel the stimulation, but you retain nothing. Because retention requires processing, and processing requires silence, and silence has been monetized into extinction. You are no longer a thinker. You are no longer a creator. You are a viewing machine, a perfectly optimized engine for generating ad impressions. That is what they built. That is what you became. You want your mind back. Here's how. You have to bring boredom back. Not by accident, by force. Call it intentional boredom. Step 1. Leave the phone at home when you go to the store. Just walk. No destination for your eyes, no task for your hands. Let the discomfort hit you. It will. Step 2. No headphones on the walk. No podcast, no music. Listen to the city. Listen to your own breathing. Your brain will scream at you. It has been trained to panic in silence. It will beg for a feed, a track, a notification, anything. Let it scream. Sit in it. Step 3. The bedroom and the bathroom are dark zones. No screens. Not before sleep. Not on the toilet. These are your last two sanctuaries of genuine downtime. Protect them. The first few days will feel like withdrawal, because it is withdrawal. The architecture of your dopamine system has been restructured around the feed. Reprogramming that takes time. It takes discomfort. It takes sitting with a brain that's furious at you for starving it of noise. But within a week, the fog starts to lift. You will have a thought that surprises you, an idea that connects two things you never connected before, a solution to a problem you had stopped expecting to solve. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is where your real voice lives. The algorithms want you afraid of it, afraid of the gap, afraid of the pause, because in the noise, you are manageable, predictable, profitable. In the silence, you are dangerous. You think for yourself. You make unexpected connections. You stop scrolling and start building. Put the phone down. Force yourself to be bored. Protect the silence. Your best idea is waiting in it.